Good morning. I'm the Reverend Julianne Lepp, and it is a pleasure to be with you this morning on April 18th, 2021. And it is Poetry Month and also a month where we celebrate the environment and Earth Day. And so today's meditation is called We Belong to the Earth. This we know, the earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. This we know, all things are connected like blood unites one family. All things are connected. Whatever befalls the earth, befalls the sons and daughters of the earth. We did not weave the web of life, we are merely a strand in it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. This is attributed to Chief Noah Sealth. I'm going to invite you, if you have a chalice or candle at home, if you'd like to light that as we start our time together this morning. Invite you into a time of quiet and centeredness. Our theme this month at UUC is mindfulness, which of course ties in very nicely with our meditations. And I find that connecting to fire is also a way in which I connect to belonging to the earth. I think about sitting outside underneath the stars with a fire and the crackle and the stars all around. So I'm going to light our chalice with these words. Glory be to the earth and the wind. Glory be to the sun and the rain. Glory be to the animals and the children. Glory be to a holy flame, which calls us together as one. This is by Betty Doty. And that sense of we belong to the earth is really powerful. That idea that even that we are our own selves, we are connected to a larger system. And that's a large part of my belief, is that interconnected web of which we are a part. And that's the seventh principle of Unitarian Universalism. And the idea that we're part of a greater system, whether spiritually or scientifically or emotionally. I know that some of my greatest spiritual experiences are in nature and walking in the woods, or especially being by water. And I grew up in South Carolina, as many of you know, and when I was small, we would go to the beach very often. In that sense, and when I say beach, I mean ocean. I didn't know about Great Lakes until, or at least didn't experience Great Lakes till I moved up here 10 years ago. But going to the seaside beach and putting my hands into that big body of Mother Ocean and that sense of tides and connection and sun. And I think we can really lose ourselves in that sense of something bigger than what we are. And that can be very comforting and very connecting. And so as we settle into our meditation this morning, I invite you to think of the spaces in which you feel held in nature. What is it that heals your heart and connects you to the spirit of life or the connection of this planet? And I'm going to start us off with a reading before we go into our time of quiet. We are all things, all persons, full and famished, good and bewildered, sly and honest, frightened and less frightened, the rapturer and the enraptured, youth and age, baby and corpse. We are all things, tree and flower, moss and grass, mammal and reptile, bird and insect, the creature that is life apart from nothing that lives. And that's adapted from Kenneth Patton. So that idea that we are a part of everything, those cycles of life and seasons, It's powerful. So I'm going to ring the bell for this time of quiet. I invite you to gentle your face and soften your gaze. Connect with your breath. I invite you to take some deep breaths, releasing that which you can release, breathing in peace, letting your face be gentle and your heart a little bit lighter. We return to this moment now together. To belong to the earth is a powerful concept. To belong to something greater than ourselves, to be a part of something that is nourishing and full. And that image of the Mother Earth is powerful for me. I was looking around to see if I could find my candle. I have this candle that is a big, kind of voluptuous, fertile goddess candle that looks like a Mother Earth, and it's very comforting to me when I just go lay in the grass, let all of my worries and my fears and concerns just pour out of my body and ground into the earth. I'm either looking at the sunny sky or looking at a starry sky, just feeling that sense of letting go. To free the heart. Through dreary, sodden days, the fields sponged up the grain skies, and now the sun lies soft as birth again, as if the earth had just begun, and blossoms on the vines, designed in spring, come out to sing again, and everywhere pushing falling leaves apart to free the heart, freshening. As through the seasons of our years, becoming often waits the nourishment of tears. Thus by Francis Anderson. And I think belonging to the earth, we recognize that we have our seasons of grief and sorrow and joy, and our winters and summers and springs, and finding that pattern and blessing that we're not always going to be upbeat and fast, that we need time to have quiet and darkness, time to grow and plant seeds. Those metaphors were very helpful for me this year when I was thinking about, I spent a lot of time last summer during the pandemic working on the Labyrinth Garden with my partner Carl, and thinking about what I wanted to grow and plan and create this space of beauty, and where I could plant plants in a certain way so that I would have a meditative space in my front yard. And it was not only a literal planting, but it was an emotional planting as well, and an intention. And so perhaps maybe you have intentions for this spring and this summer, things that you want to plant and grow, things that have emerged for you during this different and strange time of being apart. And while you may or may not have been busier, we've certainly experienced the world differently, and it shakes us up. So I'm going to close our time together with this idea, and I invite you to say to yourself when I say it, we are the earth, and either in your mind or out loud gently. Remember the earth whose skin you are, red earth, black earth, all the colors of earth. And then I invite you to say, we are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, for whom all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them. Listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origin of the universe. Remember you are all people, and all people are you. I invite you to say with me, we are the earth. Remember you are this universe, and the universe is you. We are the earth. Remember all is motion, is growing, is you. We are the earth. Remember language comes from this. Remember the dance language is, that life is. Remember, we are the earth. Those are the words of Joy Harjo. I hope you'll join us today in our 10 o'clock service. It's called Be Here Now, and it also focuses on mindfulness. We'll have a beautiful choir piece that the choir put together. So I invite you to extinguish your flame, but know that that light goes with you into the spaces of your day. And thank you for doing this spiritual practice with me this morning. Namaste. Go in peace.